Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to airbrushing tips and tricks for the beginner, advanced, the pro. I think this is a really good thing to do that I'm going to show you in a minute. It'll help you out with your colours. It'll help you out when you come to match colours to your reference image. Now what I've done is, I've gone through my paints this side of the easel. Now I've got a variety of paints that I've sort of mixed my own colours. They're all pre-mixed and diluted, so they just go straight in the airbrush with no hassle, and you just spray. Now I've sat here for quite a while and I've done a swatch. So I've made a full colour swatch of all my colours that sit to the side of the easel, like that. So I'll show you how I did this. It's nice and easy. Now what I've done is, the paper that I paint on, that you see me paint on all my portraits and things like that, I sort of stick to one paper now because I get on with it. I know what it can do, I know what I can achieve on it, and it just works. It's a cheap paper, it's not expensive, but it's brilliant paper. And I've chopped it into strips, like that. And then I've got like my own label on the side, and then I've numbered each one, and these numbers coincide to the bottles. And then what you do is, you'd pin it to your piece of paper like that, hold a shield up, do a light pass, like a transparent pass with the paint, and then do a full opaque pass. So you can see what that colour lays down like at full opaque and like a transparent pass, because you can get two tones out of that colour just by going lighter and darker. So I've done that on the paper for all these bottles. Now when you colour match to a reference when you're doing colour, to isolate a colour, if you've got your print out of your colour piece of paper, you get a white piece of paper and cut a little square in it like that, a little 10mm square, and you go up to your colour reference image and you move it over and you isolate a colour. And then what you'd usually do is you'd mix your paint, spray it on a piece of paper, and then you slide it up to behind the window that you're isolating that colour, and you move the paper up to it, and it gives you a more of a pinpointed, isolated colour match when you slide it behind like that. So having the swatches done, you can slide the swatches up behind, and it saves you sort of mixing. If you've got a load of pre-mix like ones I have, you're guaranteed you're going to get the right colour. You really are. You're going to be close. I mean, the amount of colours that I've got, that's the first swatch. And I've basically mixed a load of flesh tones. We've got the soft colours, the browns, going into the pinks, all the way through, right round to the greys, the grey greens, the grey blues, oranges, greens, then goes into the greys at the end. We've got them ones. And then you've got my new flesh tone set, and I've added to this as well for the studio. I've done a shading grey, an opaque black, and a transparent black. So I've got 3 extra ones there that are in the studio. And then you've got the Dread Effects custom skin range there. So I've done these on the swatches as well. So when I colour match, I can just hold the new setup on the colour match, slide it behind the window when I'm isolating the colour, and it just makes it a lot easier to then just grab a paint and you're good to go. You just number your bottles up and they coincide with your swatch. So it just speeds your process up, it really does. And then I've got a piece of paper to the side with these numbers on, and then the mixing ratios to mix that colour. So if I run out, I just go to the reference over there, number 8 bottle, I need some more of that, and it just tells me how I mix it, how many drops of each paint to mix that colour. And you're sort of sorted. You're not scratching around trying to mix a colour and faff about. You've got your swatches that you can just refer to. It's nice and easy, guys, it really is. So a great easy thing to make, it really is, that will help you out when it comes to when you start moving into colour. Because I'm doing a bit more colour now and using the new set, I thought it's good to get the swatches done. I used to use swatches in the old studio with the old paint system that I had, and it worked really well. It speeds your process up. So drop your comments, tell me your thoughts if you do a similar thing. If not, it's well worth a go, guys. It really is. It doesn't cost you anything, just a little bit of time spraying, but get your swatch made up and it'll just speed your painting process up. So thanks for watching. Drop your comments, tell me your thoughts, and I will see you lot in the next one. Cheers, guys.